What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another Arsenal update video. Apologies, I've been quiet for a couple of days, no live streams. We are in the middle of half term in the UK at the moment, so I'm very much in dad duties at the moment, you know what I mean? So it's been time has been spent doing that. But we will be back for the live stream tomorrow for the watch along, 8 p.m. kickoff. I'll be live at 7 p.m. So make sure you're locked in, and hopefully we go 3 point collecting because this is a must-win game. Every game at the moment, to be honest, feels like a must-win game, and everybody expects us to beat Wolves. Um, Although maybe it won't be as easy as it looks. You know, if you look at their recent score lines, nobody's really hammering this Wolves team. So they're always dangerous when you're playing teams that you think are already relegated, because you've got a lot of players there that will be playing for their futures and trying to get a move to other clubs. So we do have to be mindful of that. Big up to everyone locked in. Hit the like button and subscribe. Let's get into the main news, people. You'll have all seen it around today. You've seen it in the thumbnail. Bukayo Saka has finally signed the new deal. Although I honestly think this deal was signed months ago. But Sammy Mockbell announced it earlier on today. He's becoming one of the mouthpieces of the football club now, really, along with David Ornstein. He tweeted, Bukayo Saka has signed a new 5-year contract with Arsenal until 2031. Sources have told BBC Sport the agreement will make Saka the club's best paid player on wages in excess of 300k a week. I mean, I think you could just about survive, couldn't you, on £300,000 a week? Unbelievable. Obviously, we want Saka to get back to his best. We want to see that Saka that was getting 15 goals, one of the best right wingers on the planet. You know, we don't want the Mesut Ozil and Aubameyang £300,000 a week contract situation to occur with Saka. Obviously, those two were in their 30s, and you could say at the back end of their prime, where Saka, you would hope, still has his prime years in front of him. But it was interesting the other day with him playing in the 10 role. I thought he did very well there. Do I think Mikel will do that quite often? Probably not, because number one, we've got, you know, in Odegaard, Havertz, Eze, a lot of players that can play there. He likes the double pivot, Zubimendi and Rice. Also, would it put his England place in jeopardy? Because on that right hand side, I think he's pretty much nailed on to start at the World Cup. If he was to go and play central, you're then talking about Bellingham, Rodgers, Eze, Foden, Palmer. You know, there's so many players that can play in that role. Would that actually jeopardise his place at the World Cup? But let's hope we get the Saka of a couple of years ago that was just, you know, fantastic. Not saying that this one isn't, but I think we can see that there's a level that he can go back to, and hopefully, you know, he's injury free and helps lead us to the title, because that's what we want to see. Um, so good luck to Saka, man. You can't knock the hustle. 300 grand a week for a guy that came through the youth team. I mean, that's inspirational stuff. I can't lie. In terms of the FA Cup, the draw was made on Monday. The FA Cup fifth round draw. Obviously, we beat Wigan comfortably, got through to the fifth round, and another Curtis Shaw derby, people. The usual Curtis Shaw derby is Arsenal against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, my hometown club. Arsenal, the club I support. This time it is Mansfield Town against Arsenal in the fifth round of the FA Cup. For those of you that don't know, I played professionally at Mansfield Town some time ago, and they're in League One now, and we have drawn them at their ground, Field Mill. I believe the ground will be played, the game, sorry, will be played on Saturday as an early kickoff, although that hasn't been confirmed yet. Still know a few people who work at the club, so I'm hoping maybe to go to that game. You never know. It's a bit of a trek, but we'll see what happens with that one. They actually invited me one time to do radio commentary, but it clashed with an Arsenal game, so I couldn't do it. But we'll see. Listen, it's a fantastic draw for both teams. You know, Manchester City go to Newcastle, which is a much more difficult game. Liverpool have got Wolves, which is, you know, trickier. I think Chelsea go to Wrexham, Ryan Reynolds' club. They've pumped a lot of money in there. That'll be a big game as well. You'd expect Chelsea to win. But Mansfield will get loads of money. It'll be on TV. And obviously, Arsenal get a team that you'd expect us to beat. They are better than Wigan in League One. And it's always more difficult, I think, going away from home. I think ideally you'd have liked it to have been at the Emirates, where nice pitch, nice surroundings, you're going to be comfortable. But I still think this will be a good opportunity to rest Timber, rest Declan Rice, maybe Saka, one or two others, and we still should be strong enough to win the game. But looking forward to that game, and hopefully you would think we will progress. I think it's the quarter final after this one, so very good draw for the Arsenal. What do you guys think about that one? Um, Very big game tomorrow night. I know on paper it looks like light work, and listen, it should be light work, but we go to Wolves, we go to Molineux against Rob Edwards' Wolves team. They're pretty much relegated, but as I said, if you look through some of their recent results, they look a lot better since Rob Edwards has taken over. I mean, just from the end of December, they lost 2-1 against Liverpool at Anfield. They drew 1-1 with Manchester United at Old Trafford. They only lost 2-1 against Arsenal. I think we scored a late own goal to win it. They only lost 2-0 at Manchester City. They drew 0-0 with Newcastle, 0-0 with Forest. They were beaten 3-1 by Chelsea. And they won in the FA Cup at the weekend against Grimsby. So this will be, listen, this could be whatever we want it to be, depending on the way we set up and how we play. If we won this game 5-0, nobody would be surprised. But if we nicked it 1-0, you wouldn't be surprised either. So I hope we play on the front foot the way we did against Wigan. We killed that game off early, scored 4 goals. It was done by half time. I'm not saying Wolves will be done by half time, but I think if we go 2 or 3-0 up, their heads will drop and the game will be over. So I hope Arsenal play with that same attacking intent that they did against Wigan, because, we looked more exciting and more free in that game. Now, just finally, I sort of want to ask you guys, what do you think the lineup should be and who we should be playing? Obviously, Saka played attacking midfield with Eze. Noni was on the right, Martinelli on the left, Jesus up front. The whole front three scored, and Eze got 2 assists. Norgard played well. I actually think that Arsenal should still have a little bit of rotation in this game. I'm not saying huge changes, but could you leave Declan Rice out again? Could you rest Timber again? I think Arsenal have to take every opportunity they've got to leave some of the big hitters out if they can. Not major rotation, but a little bit for me. Just in terms of rotation, Mikel Arteta spoke at the press conference today. We will not have waffle settings today, people. This will just be mini waffles. But the headline news was that Mikel Arteta confirmed that Ben White and Ricardo Calafiori are both fit and available for tomorrow night's game. Calafiori, they said it was a precaution that they took him out of the warm-up, but he is now available. They thought Ben White might have tweaked his hamstring, but apparently it was cramp, which often happens when you're not fully fit and your hamstrings get tight, you need to come off. He did add that Martin Odegaard is out of the game versus Wolves, but is very hopefully will be available to face Tottenham on Sunday, while Kai Havertz is a possibility for the North London derby as well. So, listen, Eze, big game for you. Had a fantastic performance against Wigan. Needs to show that again tomorrow against Wolves to make sure he's the one starting in that North London derby. Eze scored a hat-trick against Tottenham. It's his best performance. He'll be desperate to start that game against Nando's FC at the weekend. You know what I mean? So, listen, team selection will be very interesting. What would your lineup be? Would you go full strength? I'm going to be honest, a couple of changes for me. I wouldn't mind seeing Ben White at right back again. I wouldn't even mind seeing Norgard playing ahead of Rice. We've got a lot of football coming up. Tottenham at the weekend, Chelsea next week. Big games. I would try and use an opportunity again. If you could leave Rice out and not bring him on, I think that'd be a win. But will Arteta look at it as too big of a risk? What do you guys think in terms of the team selection? Just quickly looking, do we have a game next midweek? We've got Wolves, then Tottenham, and then we've got a week until the Chelsea game. So, yeah, for me, I'd be trying to rest one or two. Then they don't have to play till the Tottenham game. Then they've got another 7 days until we play Chelsea next week. But listen, that's just my thoughts. Big up to everyone. The watch along will be tomorrow, 8 p.m. kickoff. So I'll be live from 7 p.m. UK time. Get yourself involved in the chat. The numbers on the watch alongs have been fantastic lately, so really appreciate that. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all for the watch along tomorrow, people. Bless.